Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Plus Model Radio, the number one podcast for plus-size women. I'm your host, Shanice Lewis, coming to you live from Los Angeles. Today is a Monday, April 11th, 2011. Today's show is dedicated to the Fat Girl Fleamarket. The Fat Girl Fleamarket is a unique bargain shopping bonanza for plus-size women. It all started in winter of 2002 when a group of friends were commiserating about the lack of secondhand or consignment stores for plus-size women in New York City. The Fat Girl Fleamarket was born out of their desires to shop and to become a clothing resource for plus-size women from across the country and the nation. Last year's flea market was attended by women visiting from Boston, Philadelphia, and even Las Vegas. And the original event drew attendees from as far away as San Francisco, California. The Fat Girl Flea Market is a fundraising event for two body-positive groups, Nolose and the Femme Conference. This year's flea market will take place from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday, April 30th, 2011 in New York City. And today we are joined by the event's organizers, Deb Malkin, Kira Naruska, and Natasha Collins. So let me get everybody on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Shanice.
Hi, ladies. So I have Deb, you're there? Wait, I don't think Deb's connected. Deb?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, all right. Deb,
okay.
You're there, and Natasha?
Actually, it's Natalie. It's okay. It's kind of
hard.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's the time.
And Kira?
Yes, hello, Shanice, and all you beautiful Plus Model Radio listeners.
Well, thank you for being on the show. I'm so excited to have you all here. I wish I could be at the event, but I'm way on the opposite coast, so I'm curious to know more about the event and what happens out there in New York. But before we start, I want you all to tell me a little bit about yourselves, because I know besides doing the Fat Girl Flea Market, you all are activists in your own right. So before we talk about this event, give us a little background on each of you.
I think Deb should go first. Deb, take it away.
Okay. Well, Shanice, I've been on Plus Model Radio before, so it is an honor to be back. I am the owner of Redress NYC, which is a plus-size resale and vintage store in New York City, in Brooklyn. And the flea market, the store that I own actually came out of my experiences organizing the flea market, and it really taught me that there is an amazing desire for secondhand clothes, for a positive shopping experience for plus-size women, and for a sense of, like, a place where we have a sense of community. So I'm excited that we're doing the flea market again. And, you know, then we do that every day at Redress.
Right.
Which is a little more handpicked, a little more curated, a little bit more of a, you know, it's a much easier shopping experience than the flea market. The flea market is kind of like a frenzy, whereas, you know, Redress is all the, like, fun and enjoyable elements of shopping.
Mhm.
And
okay.
I do it out of the love and of this community, of the plus size community, of the fat and queer community that I'm a participant and an activist with. And you know, for us to all kind of I think when we come together, we can create really amazing ripple effects in the way that we feel about our bodies and the way that we connect to the rest of the world. So that's what I like about the flea market, is that it's a fundraiser for these groups, but you don't have to participate or identify in any way to be a part of the event. You just have to love some really cheap shopping. And so that's kind of what I love about it.
Okay, so that's Deb. Now, who's going to give their background next?
I guess I'll go next. Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm an image consultant. I started first off as a stylist for plus size and also for the straight size industry. And I found out about the Fat Girl Fleamarket like 10 days after it was completely done the last time it was done. And I was so bummed out. But through that experience is when I learned about redress. So that's when I started going to the store and started hanging around Deb and just introducing myself and letting her know what I do and everything like that. And when I saw that she was ready to do it again, I jumped on the opportunity to be a part of this amazing, amazing event. And all the ladies who have been helping out, it's all volunteers. Everyone is doing it out of the sheer love of just shopping and giving plus-size women the ability to go out and shop and have fun and be around each other, and also to get some very, very good pieces for very, very low prices. I don't know if Deb actually said this before, but the pieces are going below $10, which is amazing because we're getting, if you follow it on Facebook, we're getting amazing pieces from designers that are just like, they believe in what we're doing and they just want to help us out. So that's how I got started. And
Natalie, you weren't there from day one. You kind of came in the last couple of years.
Actually, this is my first Fat Girl Flea Market. This is
okay.
I'm a virgin to it, actually.
Oh, okay.
Natalie's jumped in with both feet. She's worked with Redress on our indie designer fashion shows and trunk shows and stuff. So she's been a great partner. She has a tremendous amount of energy, and she has an army of volunteers with her wherever she goes.
Right.
So I'm really glad that she's on board.
Okay, so that was Deb and Natalie, and now Kira.
Hello, Miss Shanice over there in L.A. Hope you're having better weather than we are. But, yes, I am Kira Neruska, and I am the director of Fat Girl Floats, which is still in post-production because it's a one-woman show. And I have been an activist kind of in many different ways. And the thing I love about the Fat Girl Flea Market is that it brings everybody from so many overlapping communities. If it's the LGBT community, just regular New York fat girls, the BBW community, and everybody together to just go and do the one thing that most women love to do anyway, and that is shop. And if you could shop and have some change in your pocket, that's even better. And I remember when I first heard about the Fat Girl Flea Market, I think I was on the phone with a friend of mine. I had my flip-flops and my IKEA bag on, walking out the door, and they're like, no, you missed it. I was like, darn. So, it's always good to catch every time it came around, and this time it's very nice to be a part of helping to do my little bit in the committee. So it's wonderful.
Well, awesome. Now, this year marks the 7th year of the Fat Girl Flea Market. Now, does the event get bigger and bigger every year? How many women do you expect to be in attendance this year?
I think we'll probably have maybe between 300 and 400.
Oh, so this is a big event.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, and it's really fun. And I think some people we have a little how-to on our website that gives tips on the best way to shop the flea market. And we could go over those later. But there's a group dressing room. Basically, the clothes that are coming to the flea market, they're either donated by Redress. We have all of the donations that we've gotten over the last few months that are our no thank yous for things that we are not buying for the store. But usually they're amazing pieces. We just don't need them at that time. We either have other styles that are like it, or it's not seasonal or I mean, there's nothing kind of really wrong with it. Mm-hmm. We just only have so much room in the store to sell pieces. So all of the donations from the last few months actually are going directly to the flea market. Then we're getting donations from different companies. So Sydney's Closet, Love Your Peaches,
Elegant Plus.
Always for Me, Elegant Plus. And so the new items are under $10 as well?
Yeah. I think the swimsuits are going to be, $10, and these are like things that retail for like $70, $80.
Right.
Because we only have 8 hours to sell these things. So you gotta, we learned a long time ago that you have to price it to move because it's a one-day only event. So everything is an incredible bargain, and these companies are donating these pieces to us, because they believe in what we do, because they have overstock that's sitting around, and it's, they get a tax deduction for it. And then women can come and donate clothes either the night before or the day of for the flea market.
So you can bring clothing the day of the event.
You can bring clothes the day of. What we're asking people to do is just really edit what they bring, because we used to run around and pick things up, and I would spend months picking clothes up from people. But because we have the store and because of just the time and the energy that goes into it, we're changing the way that we're doing it. So people can come and bring in their clothes the day of the flea market or the day before. It'll get sorted right there. And so clothes get organized by kind of the kind of clothes it is, whether like all the jeans will be together, but we have size areas. So we'll do like large through 1X in one section. We'll do like 2X, 3X in one section. We'll do 4X and above in another section. Then we'll have like accessories.
You have to have enough time to dig through everything.
You have to dig. Yeah. It is a full body experience.
Wear comfortable clothes to the Fat Girl Flea Market.
And be ready. And
so that you can bend and move and twist and try on and get it off and give it to your friend or whatever the case might be.
Now, are the donations tax deductible?
Yes. If you donate clothing, you can get a tax receipt for your donation. And then it is up to you to put the value, like we don't tell you what the value is. It's up to you and your accountant to value the clothes.
So
just
get
as
like
an
a blank
FYI,
receipt.
If people say you donate over $500 worth of something, you need to get it appraised, apparently.
Okay.
So I don't know how that works, but
it's kind of like the Salvation Army where you get a blank.
Yeah, absolutely. We're throwing a nonprofit fund, rummage sale fundraiser, just like if you donated to your church or if you donated to Goodwill, you get a tax write-off for it.
Now, this event is a fundraiser for two organizations, and I want you to tell me about both of them. Now, first, let's start with Nolose.
Okay.
Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Nolose, it's used to be an acronym for National Organization of Lesbians of Size, but it's kind of evolved from that, and it is basically a fat and queer conference that happens sometimes every year, sometimes every other year. It's a collection of activists from all over the world who come together and share ideas and brainstorm, and there's a lot of leading people who are leading in areas of activism and fat studies and things like that from all over the world, really. And that event is happening again this year in July in Oakland, California. And you can find out about it on nolose.org. And I think the work that Nolose does kind of has different ripple effects in the size acceptance movement. So this is a place where we come and kind of recharge and share ideas and get inspired by the work that everybody's doing, and then go back out into our local communities and kind of spread the word.
Now, the Fat Girl Flea Market, do you fundraise for different organizations every year, or is it these same organizations every year?
it came out of wanting to raise money for Nolose years ago. After September 11th, the way that the organization was funding itself really had to change. So my friends and I, we basically wanted to do something and do something that was helpful, but none of us had any money. So we're like, well, why don't we raise money? And fundraisers are they're kind of tricky sometimes, right? You have to figure out what is it that people want. And, you know, we love to shop.
Right,
so
right.
that really brought, and every year it's gotten bigger, and every year it's expanded beyond the original core community. And I think that the way that the pricing structure of the clothes and the accessibility of the event is really benefits so many people. And then the other group is the Femme Collective, and they are also a group that creates a conference, and I think their last one was in 2010. And their workshops are about femme queer visibility. There's a lot of, it's not solely like women of size, but there's a lot of like strong feminist and size positivity within the core culture of the organization. So some of Marissa, who's one of our organizers, one of our main organizers for the Fat Girl Fleamarket, is on the board of the Femme Collective. So, we're basically the people who are doing the work to create the event is it's the work that we're passionate about. That's where the money is going for.
Now, since this is a fundraiser, there is admission to the event. Now, how much does it cost to come to the Fat Girl Fleamarket?
And
somebody else want to talk?
Correct, to get in?
Mm-hmm. It's $10 to get in, although if you volunteer for 2 hours, you get in for free.
Oh, okay.
It's helping us because the space that we use is not free. So the door money goes to help pay the cost of the space.
And are you still looking for volunteers?
Yes, we are. We have 2 different ways you can volunteer. You could actually 3. You could volunteer. Sorry, Deb, for cutting you off. It's just I get.
No. Please talk.
Okay. I approached Deb about doing a street team. So we did one last weekend throughout the streets of New York. We were in a section of Brooklyn and also in a section of Manhattan and giving out flyers and things like that. And we're also doing it this weekend. So if anyone is interested, they can go to thefatgirlfleamarket.com and hit in the volunteer, and they could sign up through there. Or they could just email me straight at necorg@gmail.com, and then I could get right to them and let them know what we're doing on the street team and where we're meeting up. Also, if you can't volunteer on Saturday, you can volunteer the day before the event, which is the 29th, and that's when we're taking all our donations, separating them out, getting them organized, getting the whole event organized. So they could come the day before, a couple of hours. I think it's 2 hours is the minimum that you have to volunteer in order to get into the event the next day for free. But 2 hours will go by so quickly because we're going to be having fun. From what Deb told me, it's so much fun. You're just hanging out with girls and just going through the clothes, and you also get to get a little sneak peek at what's going to be there. So that's another good thing. And if you can't volunteer that day, then it's also the day of the event. You could be kind of like a stylist and kind of help out the other ladies with picking out their garments or putting things back and, just really, really working the crowd and things like that. So there's a lot of ways that you can volunteer and be a part of the event and still get in for free. So that's what I like that Deb gives a lot of women the opportunity, especially plus-size women, to get into this event and still, spend your money towards a good cause.
So if you're a volunteer, do you get first dibs to go through everything and pick out what you like?
I wouldn't say you get first dibs, but there may be some consideration.
No, Shanice, you are very clever and you are very right. If you help sort the night before, you do get to pre-shop. So we just ask people to do it not spend all their time actually shopping for themselves. So like, we'll try to put you in the area of your size, and then as you're sorting clothes, if you see something you like, just put it to the side, and then you can like amass a little pile. We do require everybody to pay for their clothes that they want. So
whether you volunteer or not.
Yeah, whether you volunteer or not, because the benefit you get is you get to pre-shop and you get to get in for free. And then we ask everybody, everybody has to pay for the clothes that you want to get, so that it's fair for everybody. But yeah, that's totally a benefit. If you help sort, then you get to pre-shop, which is also good if somebody can't actually make it to the event on Saturday. Come and volunteer on Friday night. You'll get to at least see some things. And people will be bringing clothes all throughout the afternoon on Saturday. So there will always be new things coming in. So it's not like once you come in on Saturday, it's already going to be picked through. And I'm telling you, there is more clothes than any one person can possibly
purchase,
get through.
And you don't accept things that are like holy and ran down, so everything is nice.
Yeah. From what Deb told me the day before, we go through everything and make sure that it's, top notch.
So the day of, do you have to bring a tote bag or something to carry all of your clothing out in?
We're going to have bags available, so you don't have to bring bags if you don't want to, but you can if you'd like to.
Now, are there any plans on taking this event to different cities, like on the West Coast? We would love something like that out here. I know it's probably...
Shanice.
Huh?
Everybody'd love to get into your closet, Shanice.
Yeah, I need to get rid of some stuff. So, any plans of taking it to different areas?
Well, no, I think what I have done in the past is a lot of people have wanted to organize their own version, and I think that is great, because I think what is really powerful about this kind of event is that it comes from within a community. I'm always happy to share, like, best practices, like what has worked for us in the past. The first year that we did the flea market, we priced every single piece of clothing.
Oh, that took a lot of time.
That was very long and tedious. We spent a lot of hours together trying to figure out how much should this shirt be. And, at the end of the day, it really didn't matter. So now we organize things by size. So, all shirts are $3, all dresses are $5 or whatever. And we're going to come out and put the price list. We're going to finalize the price sheet on Saturday, so it'll be up on the website soon. But most things are either $10 and under. I can say, like, pants will probably be like $3-4, and that includes jeans and stuff like that. So the prices are really, really low. And so I always tell people, like, while you can't call it the Fat Girl Flea Market, you can call, like, there have been events in London. They had one called the Big Bum Jumble. They had one in California and Oakland called Cupcakes and Muffin Tops. There's ones kind of all over the place, and I think
so you're open to giving people advice to start their own.
Yeah, so I think that people should start their own. It's a great way to build community. It's very inexpensive in terms of putting it together. It really takes time and volunteer, like, sweat and labor more than money to put it on.
Right,
so
and a place to store all that stuff, too.
Yeah, I mean, we're paying, like, Redress is paying for storage space for this stuff. But some, in other places, people have garages.
Right.
In New York, it's a little challenging because nobody has any space. But in other cities, people have garages, or they have attics, or they have, places to put a lot more stuff. And, other people who've organized it, they've gotten spaces donated for free. So you just need the volunteer work. You need some people who are going to be excited and dedicated to organizing it. And, you need some creativity and kind of love for fashion and cheap shopping.
Now, is anything else you have coming up that you want to plug before we go?
Well, at Redress, the day after the Fat Girl Flea Market, we're having a live recording of Fatcast, which, I know it's like a competitive blog podcast, but nobody can compete with you.
Thank you.
So Fatcast is a blog. It's a podcast by Marianne Kirby and Leslie Kinzel, and they are coming from respectively Orlando and Boston. They're going to be at the flea market, and then the next day they're going to be at the store, and we're going to do a live Fatcast recording from the store on Sunday, May 1st. I think that will be fun. And people get to ask questions, and, we'll get the whole kind of live studio audience experience. And after that, then we have, we're looking forward to Full Figured Fashion Week. That's in June.
Oh, yeah, you got nominated.
We won.
Well, not nominated, you won.
Yeah, we won for Best Boutique. We're very, very excited. And there will actually be some opportunities at the Fat Girl Flea Market, I think, to win VIP tickets to go to Full Figured Fashion Week. So they're coming and helping spread the word about Full Figured Fashion Week at the Fat Girl Flea Market. I think we're going to be doing a raffle, and so different groups were either getting some gift certificates, and different groups are donating a lot of different things. And I think Gwen is putting up some tickets for Full Figure Fashion Week, so you might get to win a hot seat, win a hot ticket.
Well, awesome. Now let's go over the details of Fat Girl Flea Market, the daytime location, and the website address one more time.
Sure. Kira, you want to take it
Sure,
out?
I'd be happy to. Fat Girl Flea Market 2011 is going to be happening on Saturday, April 30th, and it's going to be happening at the LGBT Center right here in New York City, and that is on 208 West 13th Street, and it's right on the first floor. And I believe that is between, 7th and 8th or 8th and 9th?
That's between 7th and 8th.
7th and 8th, okay. I always get lost over there. I'm an East Side girl. So very, very accessible. And we're going to be opening the doors at noon sharp. And what's so amazing is that when you get out of your cab or you get off the bus or you're walking around the corner from the subway and you go and there's just this big line of these beautiful all ladies, all different shapes and sizes and heights and every kind of, everything. And some people have suitcases and some people have IKEA bags and some people, they bring their husbands to do all the carrying or their boyfriends or their partners or whatever. And it's just a whole lot of fun just to see them, excited and ready and smiling and, like they're lining up for this big fashion club and they're all getting in and it's awesome.
Well, I'm excited, and I'm so bummed I can't be there because I love the shop.
Get on a plane.
If I get on a plane and get a hotel, that will be all my spending money right there. I wouldn't have anything left to shop.
That Blue is having a sale, Shanice.
Wait, what are you saying?
I said JetBlue is having a sale.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to check into that.
We could just take pictures of stuff with our phones and text it to you. This.
Oh, don't torture me.
But the next time, some people send people to shop for them.
Oh, really? So I can have somebody.
New York person, tell them to come in and shop for you. Because
if
you all have to pay for shipping, like you ship a box UPS Ground, that's not that much money.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get somebody on it for me.
Yeah, because we're gonna have some Anna Schultz pieces, Melinda Massey, David Meester. That stuff is coming from Le Grand Dame. They donated an amazing box of these are like $300, $400, $500 dresses. They're gonna be like $10.
Wow.
Crazy. I know.
Wow. Well, thank you, ladies, for being on the show today. It was a pleasure speaking with all of you, and I am wishing you much success on the Fat Girl Flea Market.
Thank you very much, Shanice.
Good night.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies.
You too. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
And thank you to all of our fabulous guests this evening from the Fat Girl Flea Market. Tune in next week, and we'll have more Plus industry professionals with stories to not only inspire you, but to keep you connected with the curvy community. If you're interested in advertising on our show or being a guest, visit the website at plusmodelradio.com. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join our fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/plusmodelradio. I've been your host this evening, Shanice Lewis. Thank you for tuning in and supporting. Until next time, keep thriving in your curves and be blessed.